Hello, I'm ANEKA from Made to Sew and welcome to my Sewing for Beginners series. In this short video, I'm going to be showing you how to sew in a straight line using a magnetic seam guide. If you're struggling to sew in a straight line, I would really recommend investing in one of these little magnets. This is a magnetic seam guide and it's got a little magnet at the back. You simply position that onto the metal throat plate and make sure that it's in the right place. It needs to be the correct distance from the needle so that you are sewing the correct distance from the edge of the fabric. Grab a ruler and you can measure. Sometimes I'll even turn the hand wheel slightly to see exactly where that needle is going in. And then I would line up my seam guide. You also might have lines on your metal throat plate that you can see to make sure that your seam guide is on the correct line. Once you're ready to sew, take your piece of fabric. As always, position it underneath the foot. Position the foot and the needle down, holding the threads. Now you want to make sure that your piece of fabric is sitting right up against the magnetic seam guide here. But you do not want the fabric to be curling up against it because then you'll be sewing a wider seam than you planned. You would then simply sew your seam. Take your time, and you are watching at the front edge here. I'm not watching back where the needle is, I'm watching right at the front, making sure that my fabric is feeding in to the magnet. Now there are a number of other techniques that you can use to help with sewing in a straight line. Why don't you watch my video for tips on how to sew with a straight line to see the other tools and techniques that you can apply. Some sewing dealerships tell you to be cautious when using the magnet on computerized sewing machines. However, Hemline, the manufacturers of the magnet, tell you it's not a problem because it's far enough away from the computer components. However, I recommend that you just do your own research. I wanted to inform you of this issue and then you can decide whether you want to use one on your sewing machine. Thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the tutorial.